Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dimitar Savov. I'm the CEO of Skillplate. Most of you should know me by now. And now I will give you a full presentation. Hello, everyone. About for what you those of you who don't know me, my name is Dimitar Savov. I'm the CEO of Skillplate. My stream. So I will be giving you a full presentation about what you can do with Skillplate, how you can use it, how you can use it to create your business, to come up with ideas for your products, to create different digital products and services like online courses, memberships, communities, downloadable products, and even services like coaching, consulting, and some people even do web design and normal traditional services as well and try to digitalize them. And then I will also show you how to create your website, how to create powerful offers so that you can actually sell the products that you have created, and also how to use pretty much every single feature of Skillplate, from the products, the website builder, even to small features like the webhooks, discounts, email notifications, and so on. So let's start with a quick overview. First of all, Skillplate is an all-in-one platform that allows you to run your business and sell digital products and services. Basically, when you register, you will end up in the admin area where you will see a bit of a checklist. This is the first thing that we are going to start doing when we pass through the overview. And Skillplate consists of a few different systems. First of all, we have the admin, where you can manage your entire business. You can see you have orders here, products, users, managing your website. Right now, this is called notifications, but in the future, it will become marketing, and you'll be able to manage not just email marketing, but also ad campaigns and many other things. You can upload your files, so we host your files as well. You have discounts and a bunch of different settings for your business. So the way it works is we have kind of two ways of working. One is the quick and simple Automagic website, where when you go in and create a product, like for example, I have created my online course on e-commerce mastery here, you can create your digital product, add the settings and the content, and then this will result in an automatically created landing page that uses the Automagic website. So the Automagic website is really quick and dirty and very simple. You set it up by just adding your logo and branding and fonts, and then adding your products, and now you automatically have a website. You can see here, this is the one that I use, just because it's very quick and easy, and it allows you to have a listing of your products, and then each product has its own product page, so people can see all the content. This page is entirely controlled by the settings and the content that you put inside the course. And then people can see all the information about it. So these pages are actually very good because they are quick and dirty and simple. They are just made by the golden standard so that there is no friction, and it's very fast to do it. And you will see this is my actual course on Google Ads. It has 17 modules, 73 lessons, and this page looks like a traditional course page. That's why it's so simple. You can add a video, describe the product, tell people who you are, add all the additional resources that you provide, and it basically showcases all the value that that you can showcase to present your product well. Then the next system is the checkout, which is where you will be collecting payments. And there you can see an overview of the product, what you're buying, the pricing plan, all the settings, invoices, and so on. And people can pay you. And you can, of course, brand this as well using the branding settings with your own branding. And you can have different products, and you can use this to launch basically in a few hours. Just go ahead, and when you start, it will look like that. It will have no branding, and then when you just add your logos and branding, it will start looking like your own brand, and then everything gets added. And finally, when people buy it, they will go into the members area, they will get an account, and they will see all the products that they have access to. that would be, in my case, you can see I have access to a lot of things. You can have courses here, you can have communities, downloadable products, coaching products, and many other things that I'll be showing you in this thing. And the members area actually has two very important functions. First, it allows people to use the products that they purchased and consume them. And second, which is also very important for our business, is that it is a tool to upsell. So when people buy one of your products or tool or bundle, they can go inside and see what other things you are selling and eventually buy something else. Right now, they have to go through the checkout, but in the future, we'll also be implementing one-click upsells so that they can buy more and more content. And there's a lot of updates coming into that. You can check out our video on the roadmap that's coming about next week to for more updates on that. And when you brand it, it can look dramatically different. Like you can see, this is mine, and it's branded with just like a dark and purple branding, and this is kind of how my academy looks like. And you can see you have all of your modules and content and resources over here, and everything that people need to do to go over their courses, lessons, videos, resources, and even things like exams can be done over here through this members area, where people can basically use their products in a very, very nice, very well designed way. Of course, when you slap your branding on it, you will see how, for example, this is how an example for Y Combinator looks that we did, and it looks completely different, but again, very quick and simple. And then finally, you go back to the admin where you start managing your orders, your customers. You can see for each of your products how much sales you have, how many students you have, and you can completely manage your business from here. And I'll be showing how to do all of that from all sides. Additionally, once you start creating your websites, most likely the standard Automagic website is not going to be enough for you. That's why we have built the best website builder in the world, at least in my opinion, that allows you to create your website using one of the pre-built themes or using your own branding with the starter themes, which are, in my opinion, the coolest, and I'll show you how they look. And so this is kind of how things can look when you have when you're using the website builder. We have different themes for things like, for example, beauty and maybe something more marketing focused, or like a package of different things and selling different kinds of products. You can also have maybe like a software academy or courses on web development or a community. You can do some like financial education. There's a lot of different themes. Like we have also templates for fitness influencers and so on. But this is actually on the back. It's actually the same theme. So it's basically just a customization with some images on how you can style everything. And I will be, when we get to the website section, I will be showing you how to do all of these things and how you can use the website builder to create any type of page you want, from your entire website with your like home pages and about pages and contacts, to landing pages and funnels, and even specialized pages for like specific offers, like your Black Friday deals or a Christmas offer, or even a specific offer targeted to a specific client. Right. So now let's get rid of all these examples because we're not going to be using them anymore. And I'll show you how to create absolutely everything just within Skillplate. So the first thing that you should do, and this is quite important, I think, we will be going through this training in the order that you should go when you set up your business. Not in the easiest order to understand, but more in the correct order that you should do the steps when you're setting up your business, because this will make your life much easier and it will save you a ton of time, I promise. So just follow along with me. So the first thing that you should do is go to the Get Started page and start completing this checklist over here. You can do it in any order, but it's good to complete it. So first, I like to go to the general settings and set up my thing. Here you set up your business name, your industry, your business description. This you can disable in the beginning. You enable it, and it basically means that you start you enable all SEO, and all of your pages go into the sitemap. So this is basically the enable search engine indexation button. Then you choose your language and currency. We support all languages and currencies pretty much. If your language is not on the list, please just like go to the live chat, ask for it, and we'll immediately translate the platform, even if it's for one person. Then we go on to add the address and the contact information and the phone. Now, this information is actually really important. Some people skip it, and this is a problem. It dramatically increases the conversion rate, because if people are going to buy your product, they either know you personally, or if they don't, they are always going to do a legit check. And these help a lot with the legit check. If there's like a real company, a real address, a real phone, and a real website, people have a lot more trust in buying your products. So then what I like to do is to set up the branding. You will see it's actually very simple. You go in and you create two versions of your logo. It is highly recommended that you use a horizontal logo like that, where you have the logo first and then the name of your company. You can have different versions and configurations of your logo. That's completely fine. Then you set the size and the dimensions of your logo. You have a favicon, the colors of your theme. You can choose whether you're going to use the light or the dark theme. This is an example of using the light theme, and I am using the dark one. So here you can have a bunch of settings on how you want your branding to look, and you can choose your font family. My personal recommendation for this is, if you're starting a new brand, just hire a designer to create a logo and branding and styling for your thing. They will create a few very common things: is a logo, a color scheme, and some fonts, and that will kind of pretty much determine your branding. This is just the standard fundamental principles of design work this way. And we also have a little bit of customization for our own academy. This is basically pretty much giving us a few gradients and so on. So this is kind of how you set up your branding. Then you move on to the payments. Right now, we only support Stripe. So here you go and create your Stripe account. If you do not have a Stripe account, you can register on stripe.com. Stripe is the biggest and frankly the best payment processor in the world. So if you can use Stripe, we do highly recommend it. I know that some people have other preferences, but Stripe has functionalities that pretty much nobody else has, and it allows you to sell more and make a lot more money. So this is highly recommended. You can check here. If you type countries, you can check if you can use Stripe. And if you are in one of these countries, you can pretty much use it. If you are not, and also Bulgaria was not on that list for a long time, my best recommendation is to use Stripe Atlas. You will find it somewhere on the Stripe website, and you can create a US corporation and run your business from the US. And then also you can kind of work with your company in your own country and use your US corporation for selling digital products globally. It's highly recommended. It's not free. The registration is about $500 to register a company, but for me, it was a lifesaver. It completely changed my life, so I highly recommend it. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Now, we will be adding more payments, just because I know this is a question that many people are going to ask. So first of all, we will be adding bank payments over here, so people can pay bigger sums, and bank payments work pretty much everywhere. And then you will be able to use any external payment provider like PayPal or anything else that is your local payment provider via the API. We'll talk about this at the end, so I won't spend too much time about it now. Then you can also connect your custom domain. First of all, if you are running any type of business and not just a test, I highly recommend that you do it. It's extremely easy to connect your domain. You just go in here, click connect existing domain, type your domain name, and then you're going to get some settings. These settings pretty much look like this, where you need to go into your DNS handler. This is usually either the place where you purchased your domain or some service that is managing the domain like Cloudflare. So it's something like GoDaddy domain or Cloudflare. And you need to create a DNS record that's a type A record. And what it says is basically, if somebody opens this domain, mastersacademy.com, send them to this IP, which is going to open your Skillplate website. That's just the whole thing. Then in the tracking, I recommend you do this in the beginning before you even start doing anything, before you get any visits, just so you don't forget it. You can create your Google Analytics account and a Facebook pixel so that you, once you start doing campaigns further on, you can have this tracking, and you can have both your normal tracking ID and the API. This is the same for Facebook, where you have the conversion, a more modern, more accurate tracking method. So I recommend you do both every single time. Also in the tracking, if you want to add any additional codes to your website, like things like this live chat or anything like that, or additional tracking scripts, I do not recommend that you use this ever. The best way to do it is to learn how to use Tag Manager. Find a video on YouTube. It takes 10 minutes. It's really simple. And you can add your tracking ID for Tag Manager and add any types of external codes to your website and members area and so on using the Tag Manager. Now, this is the boring, annoying part, I know. The last part of it is the policies. So in the policies, all you need to do is just go in, add your name, add your data protection officer, and take a look at the policies. You will be we have generated default policies that pretty much work for you, and unless you are in Germany, they should probably work as a default for you. You should take a look, maybe give them to your lawyer, and if you want to change them, contact us in the live chat and we will change them for you, and in the future you'll be able to change them alone as well. Right, so boring part over. We will start with creating our first product. Let me just take a look at the questions if we have something interesting. First of all, yes, the recording of this video will be available on YouTube, and we will try to add as many subtitles as possible in as many languages as we can. So, starting with our first product, I will show you how to work with the products using an online course, because it is the most content-rich product. It has the most settings and options, and by learning that, you will learn pretty much how all the other products work. So I'll just create a new online course. Let's call it Selling Digital Products, since that's what we are here for. You can choose a category, it just gives a little bit of context to the AI, and you can click generate. So in the course generation window, you can choose your language, and you can choose whether you want a short, a medium, or a large course. The difference is just in the number of modules and lessons that you are going to create. I always like to use the large course creation because it's giving me more modules, more lessons, more ideas, and it creates a more comprehensive course. And I can always remove the things that I don't need. You don't have to kind of use it you don't have to make everything that it generates. So here it's very nice to give it a description. And also when you're creating names, I recommend that you use the what for who template. So something like copywriting for marketers. So this is selling digital products for entrepreneurs. This is, again, the name that you use for the AI to understand what you're trying to do. And you can change that name later. That's fine. It's just a very important contextual thing. And so this course will teach people how to sell any digital product known to man, like online courses, communities, and so on. Right. So when you click generate, the way we do this is we are helping you create your product offer. This is the important part. So what we do is we spawn a mixture of experts. So we generate a bunch of experts, and they impersonate experts in your field, and they sit down and discuss what should be included in your course, so that they can propose different modules and lessons and write the landing page copy. You can see this is actually pretty fast, and I can see all of my course content here. So on the left, we have the curriculum. It consists of modules and lessons. Modules are these white boxes here, and the lessons are the gray boxes, and you will see this created a lot of different products. So we have different suggestions from the AI on like online courses, digital content, offers, leveraging marketplaces, building funnels, technical setup, and so on. So it suggested some pretty good things. And so when you're setting up your course, this is where you will be deciding how things work. And you can customize that curriculum. You can, of course, choose whether or not to add more lessons or modules. I also, even if you know exactly what you're doing, I also recommend that you do the generation, because it is just easier to rename them. So if you want to change this name, you just change the name and now it's another lesson. It's just easier than adding more lessons and then going and publishing them and so on. It just saves you a ton of clicks. This is also why these two check marks are here. So when you create a new module or lesson, it's automatically public, right? And you can also kind of delete them, get rid of them, and so on. Cool. So there's 3 types of settings within a course. First, we have the course settings, which are the general settings for the entire course. Then we have the module settings, where you will see we have on each module, you have a bunch of lessons inside, but you also have, if you click on the name, you will have the module settings. And then you can have a drip content, say that this module is going to be coming soon. You can have an exact date that the module is going to come out on. Let's say this module is going to come out on the 1st of, or let's say the 15th of January. And then if you have too many lessons within one module, there will be the option to create it a grouped module. So what this is going to do is it's basically going to create different groups within the modules, and so you can not just add lessons, but you can also add different groups and then move lessons into those groups, and so on. So first you need to create the group, and then you can add lessons to the groups, and kind of decide to order them in any kind of way. This is just if you have like a module with 17 courses and you want to kind of just group them into some sensible categories. All right. So we have also the module resources, which most of the time it's better to do the resources on the course level. You also have a course library on the course level where people can access the resources from any lesson and module. It's just easier. And if you start having too many, then you start moving them to the module lesson, to the modules. You can also use links for the resources, which I do recommend. You will see later on how I always use links, because the links can be Google Drive documents that you can edit. And trust me, when you start creating exercise files and resources, you are going to mess things up and you are going to want to update them. So updating links is much easier. Then, of course, you can create an exam. And this exam is going to have different questions. You can add a lot of questions if you want to, and this will allow you to create, quizzes. You can have a small quiz after each module, and then at the end you can have a final exam with a certificate. These quizzes are going to get a lot of updates in the future as well, and they allow you to do quite a few things. So you can randomize the questions and answers so people don't cheat and tell each other, hey, on the first question it's A, on the second question is B. If you randomize the question and answers, the first question is not always going to be the first question, and the first answer is not always going to be the A, or like the correct answer is not always going to be A. You can also require a passing grade. Usually, of course, you're going to want to keep high standards and go for 100%. Then you will also be, you can decide to show them the correct answers or not. And you can also use a subset of questions. This is extremely useful. For example, if you are teaching a large subject matter where there's a lot of questions to cover and you need to check with just enough questions. So a good example is like the exams for like getting your driver's license. They could ask you 100 things, but you're only going to get, let's say, 30 questions. And so this will say, okay, out of all the questions that I added, I want you to just pull 10 questions and make a random exam from them. We can show the correct answers. We can give people a few tries to complete it. And then we can also set a time limit of, let's say, 30 minutes. And we can say that this module is required to complete. So this is very nice for quizzes where you're asking 2 or 3 questions, and until they figure out the correct answer, you shouldn't let them pass. You shall not pass button. So again, if you decide to grant a certificate with the module or with the lesson, you can do it by clicking this thing and customizing your certificate. We have recently done an update on the certificate, so they can be landscape or portrait. They can be branded with your own branding. You can put your own custom background image to customize how it looks. You can change the colors to everything that you like. Customize all the text and content, and basically generate dynamic certificates for your courses. This is awesome. You can just use it if you want to. All right, so now let's move on to the important part of the course. This would be when you enter the course. It's always here in the course settings. So especially when we get later to the website builder, the most important parts will be, of course, the name of the course, which displays everywhere. So I'll shorten it to Selling Digital Products. You can add, for example, a very simple YouTube video to present your course and tell people what it is about. Save it. You can add a thumbnail image. Let's say maybe what is this? This is about selling digital products, so let's use this TV now. And then when you are selling a course, it is extremely important that you at least answer these 5 questions. What is this course about? Why should I buy it? What am I going to learn? What are the skills that I'm going to gain? And this one is actually one of the most important ones. Is it for me? I'll give you an example. Let's say we are creating a course, for example, for traditional Chinese medicine. So now, is this a course for the patients and for people that can learn traditional Chinese medicine techniques to live a better life and avoid pain and whatever? Or is it for doctors? Now, if you don't make it clear, it creates confusion. Confusion reduces your conversion rate and makes you lose money faster than anything else. It's like faster than getting married. So just trust me, always have a clear representation of who your course is about and for. And if you have any requirements, like for example, if it's for doctors, you need to say, all right, is this for medical students or for experienced doctors and so on? And always add trust factors and testimonials. We'll be talking a lot more about this when we start creating offers and landing pages, so don't worry about it. Next, you have to decide what you want to price your products. Right now we have 4 payment options. You can make a product free and be a freebie. Free means that people can sign up for it, but they are still buying it. So let me show you how this looks now, and you will see. This is a free product, so now I can enroll with it, but it's gonna cost me. It's gonna ask for my email and phone number, and I will basically, it's a lead generation tool. So I will create an account, and then when I go inside the, inside the members area over here, I will see that as a product that I own, and again, that will give me the option to buy more stuff later. So that's what we use the free products for. And of course, you can have a one-time payment. So if I add a $99 price for my course, and then this is going to be discounted from $199, and you have to name your pricing plan. You can do something like a one-time payment or a card payment, or what I like to do is lifetime access, because it also kind of gives you a guarantee for that we are going to be with you until you learn. Right? And so now when you add any other pricing plan than the free plan, it will always be displayed, right? You will see now this course is usually $199, but now it's $99, and I save 50%. You can also choose whether to display the percentage or the amount. I usually choose the bigger number. So in this case, $100 is more than 50%. So I will go with save $100 because it makes people feel that they save more. And you can see this is actually how you can create a real product landing page. This is enough for you to start selling. If you outline your offer and put it out there and try to sell it, and you can't sell it at a discount to 10 people, you're probably not going to sell it at full price to 100 people. And you will see this will now ask me for money, and my card and everything is not just gonna let me register, right? It's actually gonna ask me to pay. So cool. You can also use subscription and installments. Installments allow you to pay the thing off over a few installments, but this is only cool for products that need to be used for a certain time. So you can say, instead of paying me $100, you can pay me, in 3 installments of 49, and now it becomes 150, but you pay it over, let's say, 3 months. And you can say 3 times $49 monthly installments. So if the person stops paying, obviously we're going to cut their access to the product. And finally, you have subscriptions. Subscriptions, you can say this is going to be $30 per month, and say call it a just call it a subscription, add it as a plan, and that's it. And also, if you add multiple plans, you will also give the option to the people to choose those different pricing plans. You will see I can buy this as a one-time purchase, or on installments, or on subscription. And in the future, we'll be adding the option to add different one-time, or a different or multiple of the same plan. So you can have like a yearly subscription or a monthly subscription, and like a one-time and a one-time with some bonuses and so on. So this is going to be cool. And some other things that are going to show up here in the pricing options are going to be the bank payments, and also a pay what you want option. All right, cool. So here we can move on to the next thing. This allows you to give access to your community with the purchase of a product, and you will see it in pretty much any product that you have. So all you need to do to grant free access together with the product is to just connect your server over here, authorize it, and I'll be showing you how to set up a community and a Discord server in a second. This is the next product that we're going to talk about. So you connect your Discord, you choose what role you're going to give the person. So in this case, that's going to be free. You just save it. Anytime this purple bar appears on the top, just click it and save. And then you can add your social channels. So finally, before your product is ready, you have to publish it. You have to make sure that it's public, so it's indexable for search engines. And then what you do is, if you want to show it into the members area for cross-selling, you click this one. And if you want to show it in the simple website, the Automagic website, you click listed, but this does nothing if you are using the Automagic website builder. Sorry, the website builder. So here it is, my course. You can see it now. It's listed. Selling digital products, $99. I can see it over here. It's on pre-order. Now, what is this pre-order about? This is actually extremely important. So we'll kind of pull the full camera and talk about it for a second. Here we're employing a massively important entrepreneurial principle. You should not work on something for a year without trying to sell it to anybody, right? So if you're going to work on CERN or some very expensive research project, you should at least try to sell it to investors before you start working on it for 10 years. The same principle applies to digital products. So you can create the offer for the product and try to sell it at least to a limited number of people, even at a discounted price, to see if there is any interest. So if 10 people buy it at a discounted price, that's a good enough validation that you'll be able to sell it at full price to at least 100 people. So this is why we allow these pre-orders, and they are very important. So you should either start with a pre-order where you have absolutely nothing ready and you invite a bunch of people to buy it without it being ready, and say, okay, we're going to run a pre-order on this course. The course is going to start on, let's say, February the 15th. So this is in about a month. And you can say there's going to be only, let's say, 20 spots. And so since we're already selling this at a discount, so the first 20 people can also participate in the creation of the course. You can do a round with them, go over all the lessons, and make it as a live training with them and record it. And this can be the first version of the course. And then you can go ahead and remake all of the videos, having done it once already. This is a massively, massively faster way of doing it than starting to produce a course for a few months and then trying to sell it and figuring out that it's actually harder than it looks. And the last enrollment date is just a simple option where in some cases you just need to say you need to register a few days before the course. So you also have some few content settings, and you will see, by the way, if I add these settings, you will see what is happening to my page here. You will see I have a pre-order date of February the 15th, and I have 20 seats here. If you can also do it in another way, especially if you are big on social media, you can say, you can go in here into the discounts and create a discount for selling digital products. And you can say, I'm going to give you 50% off to my product that is selling digital products. I'm going to give you only the lifetime access as an option. And I'm going to say that this code can only be used 20 times. So what this does is basically says that only the first 20 people are going to get it. So when you post it on social media to all of your followers, it creates actual scarcity and they're going to buy it immediately. And actually, you can also make it so that it has more uses. Anyways, going back to our product, you also have some content settings where you can enforce the module order, make the people complete the module before they can go to the next one. They can watch the lessons in any order they want, but not finish the module. You can also force them to watch the order and complete them in order. And you can also, this is actually very aggressive, you can make them watch 100% of the video before they can go to the next one. And this only works, of course, with videos that you upload to Skillplate. Now, these two are actually important. Module numbering and module lessons. You will see here, when I created my course, I have module number 1, but it's not a part of the name. And it's also definitely not a part of the videos, because You can decide to add a new introduction. You can decide to add some lesson or module in between later on, and then you're gonna have to renumber all of them. I've done this mistake. It's terrible. We had to remake 56 thumbnails. It's a nightmare. Just keep those 2 clicked. Trust me, it's a good idea. Then you can also send a custom email with any product. So this email is basically what they're going to receive when they buy the product. So here you can do some creative things and just kind of welcome them with a specific message to that given product. We'll talk more about email marketing and the notifications a little bit later on. And you can add yourself and your social media channels over here. Now I'll show you something very cool that you should know. So most social media channels have a way of creating the link in such a way, you will see my browser here, that you can ask people to subscribe with the link. So I always use these kinds of links. And so this is a subscription link, and I can link my social media this way. And you will see now I will have here a section for the educator with my social media channels. And I will just show you a product that is already set up where you can see how it looks. And this is everything that you need to know about the Automagic website, right? And it shows you also all the resources that you have added to the product. So that's about it. This is creating a product. And when you do this, you have your product page, you have your checkout, you have your members area where people can consume the products, and you have everything that you need to start running your business, and you can just go and try to sell it. And this is what I recommend you do. Actually, this is very, very important. The name of the game in this business is selling. Selling is really the most important thing. So now talking about selling, I'll show you a bit more. Let's make this cooler. So what you can do, and we'll be talking about the website builder in full detail in a second. But what you can do is using the website builder, when you set up your branding, you can create a custom landing page that you can customize as much as you want. So the way it works is you go in here, you add your styles and branding and so on, and everything in the Skillplate website builder works in sections. So these sections are, some of them are always present on all website pages, like the announcement bar and the header. You will see this is the announcement bar. This is the header with the navigation. And on the bottom, of course, we're going to have a footer. And here's the footer. And you can also have pop-ups, which I personally do not like, but you can have them. So the way to build pages using the Skillplate website builder is actually extremely simple. So you will see now that I have already added my colors and branding and selected the dark theme, and I'll be showing how to use it, all of it in a second. I can just say, okay, how do I want to sell this? And the way to do it is think of it like a PowerPoint presentation. Slide 1 is going to be the presentation of my product. So I can go in here into the section settings, and each section has its own settings. This is a featured product section, so I can choose the product, and I can choose certain things within that section and certain settings. I'll be showing you a little bit more about that. So let's say I want to make I want to change the price or make it bigger. All of these things will be here. So let's say I want to make the price bigger. I'm going to make it bigger, right? And then what you do is you save and you publish the page. So in between any two sections, you can add another section, and you have all the different traditional web design sections that you are ever going to need inside the Skillplate builder. And with the settings, you can change them to look any way you want. So let me give you a few examples. Let's first try to sell this course. So what am I going to say here? I'm going to say, okay, I want to mention what are the brands that I am working with, right? That's a very good trust factor. I can mention what are my numbers and achievements, how many digital products I've sold. Then maybe I can add a section about myself. So I'll go and add an about section, and then I will maybe select an image, find an image of myself somewhere here. This is younger me being here, and I can say, I can add my social media channels here, add some swag and so on. And when you create the section, like the about section is a common section to do that for, and set it up the way you want it, you can save it. You can save this and call this, okay, this is, you can say I have about, and I'll just put a 2 here because I've already saved it. So now from any other section, I can go in here to the save sections and pull out the Dimitar Savov section, and you will see this is the previous Dimitar Savov section that I made, right? It's a little bit different. It uses a little bit of a different color. Cool. So in this way, you can very easily create a very nice customizable page. So let's say this is enough for now, and I can add a few more things on the bottom. I can add like maybe some testimonials and reviews, and also maybe a nice section about the frequently asked questions. Let's say this one, and save and publish the page. And now you will see this page already works on mobile and on tablet, and it is SEO optimized automatically for you. It is fast and it works already. You will see this is my page. I just created this. We created the entire product. Of course, I'm going to have to like add the content over here. We created the course curriculum, which is the part of the offer that the customers are going to see. The course doesn't exist yet, but we are going to be creating the lessons and everything later on. And people can see an actual page that you can use to create your offer. That's amazing. We started creating this product about 15 minutes ago, and now it's ready and done, and you can launch it. So this is just, I think, crazy fast for what you can do. So now that we've gone over the online courses and creating the products and creating the pages for them, I want to focus on an extremely important topic about product ideation and creating offers and creating the skeleton for your business. So the question is, how do you choose what product to create? And I have a very kind of structured way to think about it. We call it the Book of Life method. I'll show you an example for it. I have a little slide from one of my trainings that really well represents it. So if the Book of Life is your entire area of expertise, so let's say you are a doctor and you want to teach people everything about medicine, or in my case, I'm a marketer. So my Book of Life is the area of digital marketing and entrepreneurship. You should think of it like this. Each chapter of that book, each major thing that people need or that people need to know, or critical areas where they need help, can be turned into a product. So I'll give you I like to give an example with myself because it's the most believable. You will see when I started teaching marketing, I created my business strategy and marketing strategy courses first, because these are the courses, they are the kind of the fundamentals. But I was thinking about the entire book, not just the first course. And so what I did is I created an offer. I will actually show it to you. This is kind of how the offers look. The offer is not a single product. The offer is a solution to a problem. And my mission was to create the ultimate digital marketing school. And this is basically, I will teach you everything there is to know about marketing. You will get all of our courses. You will get mentorship from us. You will get software discounts. You will get all the future updates that we do and everything else. And this was when I started, this was not $3.99, it was $99. $100 just to see if people are going to pay any money for it. And I had just the first course, the business strategy course, already, and all the other courses were coming soon, and they were coming for the next 2 years. And it took me a long time to make, but finally I created it. And you will see, by the way, I'm using the same strategy here with the landing pages. I have a section with a featured product, then I have a video, then I have trust factors, then I have numbers, features, products. You will see how we use these approaches later on in the creation of the offer. So here's what I'm talking about. You should think about the field of expertise and the mission that you're taking on. You should think of what are going to be the products in the bigger vision in a few years, and always keep those in mind, and then think about what you can offer now. So the biggest, the first offer that you can always make is like, you can take one of your courses, let's say my course on selling digital products. Then you can say, okay, when you join this course, you're also going to get free access to my community where I will help you, I will answer your questions, you can meet all the other students, and we'll be doing weekly Q&A sessions. And then what you can do is you can create that community as a free product. And then what you can do is you can bundle them together and say, okay, you can create the selling digital products offer, which is not the same as the selling digital products course. And you can say, okay, uh, I will be, sorry, um, I will sell you the selling digital products course. Then I will give you access to my community. I will throw in a download so you can create your business plan. And then I will give you a one-on-one coaching session, and you will get our group coaching sessions. And this is now a product that I can make an offer for, that people are going to actually buy something like this. Most people make the mistake of just creating, sorry about this. Let me see where my thing was. Yep, here, sorry. And so now this is an offer. And I think in most cases, your homepage should be an offer. And so this is where the idea of the product skeleton comes in, right? The product skeleton is the fact that you can create different products. You don't have to put all of them on your website, but they can be parts of the offer. They can be things that are coming soon, things that people can look forward to, things that that are just maybe some additional resources or downloads and so on. And when you put all of it together, people can really see the value in everything. All right. So also, while you're here, I would please ask you to follow us and follow the YouTube channel. This will help us a lot. And now let's start talking about the other products. And I will be making a full example, like I will just build all of it from scratch in a second. But let's look at the other products first. So the next type of product that we very often use is the communities. So naturally, around any digital product, usually a community forms. If it's a course, or if it's some type of a training or anything like that, the community can be a very nice addition to it. So you can have one course plus community for support and so on. Or you can also be community first. Actually, if I have to tell you a little secret, all the people who make more than $100,000 per month are doing it with communities, right? Just mentioning. at least on our platform. We don't have enough data to make this a law, but it's a serious theorem for now. So creating the communities is really a very, very good option. So here's how to do it. First, you can kind of create your products. And let's first talk about the few different types of communities. You can have a free tier of your community. You can have a paid tier and maybe even a premium tier. The difference between these is going to be the permissions or the roles that people have inside the community. Just give me 1 second to check the questions. All right, good. We are good. So creating a community is just extremely simple. So you can see I already have my standard tier. I have a free tier. So now I'm going to create a or like let's call it Masters Academy GigaChad. And this is going to be my community. So since we are going to only be using this within the website builder, all we need to set this up is give it a name, publish it. We don't even need to list it as a cross sell since we don't want to sell it separately. I will just give it a thumbnail. And let's use this for it. And then it will be, it can be, the other one is a subscription. So this can be, okay, now I figured out a better, I'll make a lifetime deal for that community. And then I'll just go in and give it a one-time pricing of $1,000. And so this is lifetime mentorship. Cool. And I can compare it to a yearly subscription and whatever. But in this case, I'm not going to do that. And what you do is you connect your Discord server and select the given role. The way to do this is very simple. You can see, and I will say this is going to be, let's say, a premium customer for now. So let me show you inside of Discord how yeah, we have an awesome question, which by the way, which I'm going to answer right away. So let me show you first the community. So this is actually the Skillplate community inside of Discord. You can see, by the way, that you can also do events, and you can see it's happening now, and people in Discord can see it, and that's amazing. And in the community, you can have events. You can have certain channels that are just for announcements where only admins can post. You can see this is the announcement for this event that I'm doing now, and also Simo notified everyone who is here in the Discord. You can see you can have different roles, like these are the masters, and this is all the members who have joined and are online, and this is the offline members. And we can have different channels where we discuss different things. We can have voice rooms, support channels. We can also add a bunch of customizations and so on. But there's mainly two things that you need to set up. First is in the server settings, you go into the roles, and you can have different roles with different sets of permissions for different things. You can see here are some AppSumo people, here are some lifetime people, and so on and so forth. And then for every channel, you can set different permissions and say who has access to what and can do what and so on. And so you can choose who has this channel is for everyone, but you can create specific channels which are only accessible to premium members, and they will be able, and you can even decide like if they want to see it, if they can see it or not, and if it's locked or not. And so I'll give you an example with maybe a Discord server where I have access, where you can see I can access some of the channels, but maybe not others. Okay, this is not a channel like that, but um, some some channels have also other lock channels that I don't have access to. And you will see they also have some nice features where you can um, add gamifications and announcements and instructions and many other very cool things to manage the community. Now, why we use Discord is because Discord is the most feature rich and free platform. It has more features than any of the paid platforms. It has better features than any of the paid platforms, and it is free, and it's going to be forever free. And also, they have the ultimate deepest pockets ever, so they're not going to go bankrupt. So, if that's not enough for you, I will answer the question from some, I don't know who it was, but somebody asked an awesome question: why some people go community first? And I'll give you an example. There's, I have this in the agenda actually. Um, it is when we start talking about offers, but I will answer it now since I already showed you a little bit about the website builder. So here's my model, right? It is really about maximizing the customer lifetime value. All right. So I can give you everything I've got and sell you everything for one price that is good enough, that is usually above the customer lifetime value. The other way to do it, especially if you can provide value constantly and continuously, is to do it using a subscription. And this is how it becomes a community first. I will show you one of our most successful customers, the impactors. Just give me 1 second. I will need to translate this. All right. So the impactors are a community first. They are a community for entrepreneurs, and you will see they have courses as well. They have other products, but their main product, the biggest money maker here, is the community. And when you join the community, they do weekly and bi-weekly meetings with some famous entrepreneurs, and they record them, and they constantly add value. And when you see inside of their server, which is actually super active and very cool, I don't know why it's not loading for me. But you can see they have like their terms and conditions and how to cancel your account, and they discuss a ton of different entrepreneurship topics like real estates and stocks and crypto and cars and even like dating and red pill stuff and so on. And they also have tiers, right? Tier 5 are people who make over I think over $1 million a year. Tier 4 are all who make over $500,000 a year, and so on. So they have their own structure. And now with every passing month that you stay a subscriber, they give you a given product for free. So you pay $40, but you get something that's worth $200, right? That's one thing that is very, very cool. Another thing that you can consider is that they are always, always, always selling this at a discount. So normally it's $60, but now you can get it for $40 and save 20%. But if you cancel your subscription and you already have an account, you can't come back to the community because you're kind of losing your discount. And so this is another way to do it. So consider these two systems as just two different ways of maximizing the lifetime value of the customer. They're providing continuous value, and for them, it's important to have new things. While for me, Masters Academy is much more of a lifetime deal because the things that I teach are evergreen and they are unlikely to change a lot. Yeah, of course, probably I should update the Google Ads and Facebook Ads courses from time to time, but most of the other things that I teach are evergreen. So for me, a lifetime offer is the better deal. I hope that I answered the hell out of your question. I will just move this window out the way. And yeah. And so the impactors, on the other hand, they are giving you access not just to the community, but to the whole library of recordings and videos that they had previously. So when you get that, you also get, you will see uh, a bunch of content already. You get access to all of this, and then you get one course per month, and then you get access to the community, and then you get this and that. And they have special landing pages and offers that they are using to sell this, and um, and they kind of package everything within that product, the community. And you will see, like just like with me, this is what we call the main offer or the money maker product. If you see here, some of my courses, and this is by the way over a few years, so don't think the numbers are too impressive. They're not bad, but they're not great. So I did some sales on the business and marketing strategy, and you can see the separate courses. This one did 60, this one did a little bit more because we promoted it, but they didn't kill it. But the premium program, where you get everything, is the real moneymaker that made more sales than all the other products combined. And for them, that product is a community. It's not the courses. Their courses have probably not even sold more than $5,000, any of them. So it's more like the other products are part of the bigger offer. And we'll be talking a lot about this also when we get to the website builder. So let's move on from it. Okay, so I showed you communities. Now I'm going to move on to bundles. So take a breather, rest for a second. We've been on for almost 2 hours. After this, we'll do like maybe a 5-minute coffee break. But pay attention here. This is mega important, right? This is where you make or break a business, and it will help you make a lot of money. So first of all, there's a few different types of uses of bundles. Bundles, we've been talking already about it a lot. We're not selling single products. We're most of the time creating value stacked offers, which I'll be expanding on in a little bit as well. So there's a few types of communities, of bundles, sorry. You can make a simple strategy bundle. And the way you do it is, let's say you create a new product, which is a bundle. You give it a name. I call this a strategy bundle. And in it, I'm going to give you access to my business strategy, to my marketing strategy course, and a free access to my community. And I'll throw in like a free download. And now this is an offer. And I will price it. And instead of you paying 2 times $99 or 2 times $149, you're going to pay, you're going to get 2 courses at the price of 1, basically, right? And by the way, you can also use the bundle page for creating offers, and you can just add a description on the bottom, and it's going to look very nice. And you will see I have an offer for this. So this is the first use of bundles. Just basically simple bundle, adding 2 products together. Now, the second way in which you can use bundles is also very, very cool. You mostly use it to create different offers and deals, and it allows you to add more value, to add more stuff. So let me make a selling digital products bundle. I'll get rid of this. I already kind of spoiled it with my practicing for this webinar. So let's make the selling digital products bundle. So first of all, I'll give you access, of course, to the selling digital products course. I'll give you access to my community, the paid tier. I will give you an hour of coaching and then some group coaching, right? And then I will also add my business template. And when you add all of those, you will see now I'm creating you an offer. I'm not selling you just a selling digital products course. but I'm throwing in every value that I can add. I will give you the course, you will get support in the community, we will meet weekly, we will do this and that, and throw in the kitchen sink as well, and value stack the offer. And then what I can do now is I can publish this. I can give it a price. First of all, I can give it a little bit of a higher price now. So it's not going to be, the course itself is going to be, let's say, 99, but this mega offer is going to be a little bit more expensive. Why? All to increase the customer lifetime value. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the website, go to the product pages, and I am going to select my selling digital products page, and then I will get rid of all of this. And here maybe I can select a nice image for it. Let's say this one. And I can start creating a landing page. And the first thing that I will tell you probably is, we can pull out the section about me. Then we can start adding more. We can again add these nice trust factors, tell you what I've done, my numbers. I can also tell you what this includes. So I'm going to go and add a product section, and I'm going to add a product showcase, and I'm going to say, everything you get. And here I'm going to select the products that you're going to get access to. So this will be the selling digital products course, which itself is $99. Then you're also going to get, for example, access to my community, which is normally $20 a month, or all right, imagine it's $20 a month. I changed the price. Probably I was showing somebody something. And then we can throw in something else like an hour of coaching with me, which is $200. So now you see, you get something that is normally $300 for $100. And then I have a much nicer offer, and you will see this is how much it took me to create this page. Of course, you can play around it and be a lot more precise, but let's move on to the final and I think best way to use bundles. And you will see that we were talking about it quite a lot. By the way, the website didn't pull up an image because we didn't add an image. Make sure you always add a thumbnail to your products. So yeah, the final bundles are what I call all access programs. And you can see the all access program for the impactors was the community. My all access program is the Masters Academy Premium. And if you open it up, you will see it includes my community, all my courses, the additional bonus courses, all the downloads, the marketing resource library, and the kitchen sink, and everything else that I can add. The coolest thing about all access programs is, first of all, they should give you the maximum value. They are the ultimate upsell, upgrade, and whatever. And second is they can also be used to add value over time, just like the impactors are doing. Their bundle of the things that they're giving to their customers is never finished. They're adding new stuff every week. And there's like a bunch of cool things that you can add. And the coolest part with all access bundles is that if somebody has it and they bought it already, they bought it 6 months ago, I can add something to the bundle and everybody who has access to this bundle is going to get access to it. So that's just mind-blowing. And it's probably the best way to use bundles. So let's move on to some other product types that you can do. First of all, I'll show you the generic products. They are really an open-ended product that you can use for pretty much everything. So I'll show you 3 examples. You can do a coaching session. So coaching, again, remember the website builder, all you need is a name for the product, an image for it, forget all of this, and then give it a price. But the generic products, they also have instructions. So these instructions are what the customer is going to get when they purchase the products. So this is very useful when we start talking about services and things that you need to do. So for example, here's my coaching. And if you buy it, you're just going to enter the members area and you will see one-on-one coaching with Dimitar Savov. And then the person is going to click here. They're going to see the instructions video. Hey, go in here, register a meeting with me, prepare your materials. This is how to get ready and whatever. And they can go in and book a meeting with me on Google Calendar. I will receive a notification. They will receive a notification. This is how you guys book meetings with me anyway. It makes my calendar look a little bit like a rainbow, but it is literally, for me at least, the ultimate workflow for managing meetings, because it doesn't it allows me to sync all of my calendars together, and it allows for a very simple workflow. So this is kind of how I do it. I will show you my Google Calendar. The way you do it is you go into Google Calendar, and here you have a thing called booking pages. So you can create an appointment schedule, set up when you are free and when you are ready, and you will see, like yesterday I had 6 or 7 meetings. You can set up your availability, and a calendar like this, like you have already probably seen if you've booked a meeting with me, and set this up, and then just link the calendar over here for the people to book it, and it's cool. So they get access to this product only after they have paid, right? So using the same principle, you can sell them a service, you can sell them a subscription, a monthly retainer, right? Up to, I think, up to $5,000 or $10,000 you can charge a month, a direct card payment. In the future, we'll also be able to charge bank payments for these services. So you can send them an offer with an invoice, and they can pay your monthly service. Like, let's say you're a lawyer and they are going to pay you a monthly retainer, or you're a marketing agency. They buy it, they get a product, they will see the instructions on what they need to do kind of for their onboarding, for example. And of course, keep in mind, we will be adding, you will see the roadmap video next week. We will be adding a crazy amount of things, like we'll be doing internal calendars, internal events. All of these things will be made better, but now they work absolutely fully because the website builder allows you to create these amazing offers for them and actually sell them. And selling is 99% of what matters. The features on the back are good enough in Google Calendar, and you can use Zoom and other things for now. Now, another thing that you can do is the group coaching. You will see what we are doing now can be considered group coaching, and we can do it on YouTube, or we can do it on Instagram. Sorry, not on Instagram, on Discord. But you can see a very nice way to do it is also you can do group coaching with events inside of your community, and you can do it if it's for more people like we are doing in this stream now, you can do it on YouTube, or if it is for a lower amount of people, you can use Zoom or Google Meets to conduct the group coaching, and you will be perfectly fine. So this is kind of how I use it for group coaching as well. And finally, I could do this very live training using the generic product if it was paid. Just like this. You create a live training, say what it is. You can tell people when they should enroll, right? Give them a like an end date. And then what you can do is you can embed the iframe of this stream, and you can give them a link to the stream. And so if you see how this looks inside the members area, I just have to find it. Am I blind? Yeah, there it is. So this is the live training with the TV on selling digital products. And when people click the details, they will see the live stream over here. And they can also see the live stream over here. Click the link, or they can literally play the thing. And I'm watching the live stream while I'm recording the live stream. And this might end up turning into a black hole, so I'm going to close it. And this is how you can do live events. Now, in the same way that I embedded this stream over here, I can copy this code and go inside of a lesson. So if I go back to my products, into the online courses, into the selling digital products, and I wanted to say, okay, here in this thing, we are gonna create an iframe, add this code over here, put the stream here, and say live session, welcome to the course. So what people are going to see when they buy the product and enter the course is our lovely stream over here. And this is how you can do live streaming without spending a penny on it using YouTube. And you can do live lessons inside of your courses. You can also combine this with the drip functionality and say this is gonna come on this specific date. And so this is how people are gonna know. You can also notify them, obviously, when things are happening. And kind of use the notifications. I'll be showing you that in a second. And so that's kind of how you use the generic products to do pretty much everything. You can just create a product, describe it on the landing page, and put all of its features and benefits, and then handle it on the back end using streams, or just some things can happen live. There's an influencer on our platform that's setting a brunch with her. You pay whatever you pay and choose a date, and you go and go on and have lunch with her. It's You can sell everything. And then finally, just quickly, I will cover the downloads. The downloads you use when you want to have a product that people should download. Keep in mind that that's the difference between this and the library. Like if you go inside the courses, you can have let's say my course on business strategy here. You can have downloads in the resources, but they're not products. They're not something that people pay for. The downloadable products are something that people pay for. And so when they go in here, they are going to see them here in the list, and they will see the download button, and they'll be able to download the resource. It's as simple as that, and you can price it however you want. And also, sometimes they can be a skeleton products, right? They are parts of your offer, and they can be I'm not really selling this business plan template, but that doesn't stop me from that doesn't mean that it's like it's worth nothing. I can say it's worth like $19, right? And now if I add it to a bundle, it will add to the value of the bundle and to the value of the offer that I'm creating. By the way, somebody asked, like, why would people pay for a free stream? You can make the stream private very easily. So that's not a problem. You just give the link only to the people who paid, and now it's a private stream. So yeah, and also if it's like a paid coach mastermind or thing, it can be a Zoom link or something else, right? You have options. So the generic product basically gives you the ability to do everything. You can embed like some application here that generates CD keys and codes for access, or like you can get very creative with this product. It's just an open-ended product that allows you to do everything that is not a specific set of products. And so I'll also mention a few things that are coming in the future. we will have an open-ended content product, which we are seeing that people are using courses now for all types of content products, like TV series, behind the scenes series, like the impactors are using it for their weekly meetings with the entrepreneurs and providing the recordings for it. So we will have an open-ended content product that will pretty much allow you to literally do Netflix on Skillplate and sell any kind of content, maybe even like some like exclusive content behind the series. Do your own OnlyFans if you want to. It's open ended. We have to check on the legalities of that, but it's pretty much whatever it's legal in your country, I think. So next is using the website builder. So I will show you how you can set up the website builder. First, you go, when you start, this will not have a theme, and you will start over here, and you will go into the theme store and you have to choose a theme. Basically, as you can see, if your branding is light or if it's dark, you will choose the appropriate theme that will get you started. So I'll show you quickly how I set up my branding. Is I added this dark theme. Then what you will do when you add it is you will activate the website. This is a huge action. What it will do is it will disable these automatically generated pages, and now you rely on the website builder. And so then what you need to do is you edit your theme, by the way, and you can have multiple different themes and change them. Like you can have a winter and a summer if you want, or you can rebuild version A or version B of your website. This is actually very useful. So what I generally do when I start setting up is I go first here in the styles. I will go to the colors and I will choose my color scheme. You will see there are a bunch of color schemes. So let's say I'll choose this pink one so you can see. It gets applied everywhere. I can choose the accent color that I want. Maybe I want this darker pink to be the main thing, or I want the lighter pink to be the main thing. You can choose your layout shape. So for example, you can make this squarish and boxy. You can choose your buttons, whether they want to be squarish and boxy, and you will see I'm changing and applying these styles across the board. And this is whatever your branding is used to, right? If I want to make, you can choose the default section style as well from here. And if I choose to make Coca-Cola, I will choose the light theme. I will add a red accent color, and you get my point. And you can even add custom CSS and scripts from here to stylize it. So in my case, I will use my color scheme. I think this one is mine. You can change the colors in your color scheme. You generally have 2 light colored accents, 2 darker shades, and 2 lighter shades for everything to work. And you just follow your own branding, and then you will see that you have pages that we automatically generate for you, like a homepage template where you can have like your features and things, and you have an about page, a contact us, and all products pages that are generally things that you can use to get started. But the important part is that you also have all of your product pages over here, which is also very nice. And you can, for every product that you can create a page. For every bundle, you can create a page, and you don't have to use all of them, right? So when you go here in the website, you will see what are your pages. You will see your product pages, your landing pages, and so on. And by the way, if you go back here to the design, you will see you can have multiple different themes that you can use, and whichever one is active is going to be your actual website. So if you see, if I open up my website now, you will see here is my my page, and I can start recreating the Masters Academy website which was obviously done by people who are far better at doing this than me. And then you know, you can, here's, this is just a simple banner with a background image. Then we have a video. Then we have logos. Then we have a simple text section of two sliders. We have a product featured listing page showing you all the products, another product section, another headline with an image, and so on. This one is a little bit more complicated, and I can't show you how to do it, but it's basically, if you go here into the settings and into the layout, you will see we have a banner section. There's the banner section with the headline and the video. Then we have logos. Then we have the numbers. Then we have a product showcase of all of my products and another number sections. And I think by now you already kind of understand how this works. So instead of showing you all of this, I think it will be a good example to do everything now with the website builder using a fresh new account to show you kind of how to do a quick skeleton setup and do everything. Let's imagine that, let's pick something that is very far away from what I do. Let's say I am, I don't know, I'll be a fitness influencer. So I will pick the fresh new account. By the way, you can manage, you saw how you can manage multiple Skillplate accounts with one login. And I have this fresh new account here. I will get rid of this selling digital products course. I will just mark my products for now. So I will have a meal plan. I can generate it. So this will be a health and fitness. Or I can even give this as the name and just, you know, I like long courses. So you don't have to wait for it to finish. I can go in here and set my branding. So let's say, because it's going to be a strongman kind of thing, I'll choose the dark theme, and I'll choose like a red color, a bright red color that is kind of strong. I'll just save it. Of course, I will be going over and doing all my branding settings and so on. So let's call that this product is ready now. We will add, okay, apart from meal planning, what do fitness influencers do? They we will have a course on, let's say, fitness for beginners. It's gonna again be a health and fitness course. I'm just gonna generate it. Then I'm also gonna add a community. I am going to publish this as a product. I can list it for cross sale because I'm gonna be selling this. My course is ready, and it kind of changed my thing. So I'm gonna go back to my community and connect my Discord server. In this case, I'll just use a test server that I have. Give it a price, like this will be for premium customers, of course. And the Jack Joe's community is going to be a subscription that's going to be, I don't know, $49 a month. Okay, I have the community, I have the fitness for beginners, and the meal planning. I can add like a one-on-one I'll create a one-on-one training plan generic product. In the instructions, I will give them my calendar. Just sorry, I have too many monitors. copy the link to my calendar, put it here, give it the price. So this normally this training plan is going to be a one-time fee of $199. All right. So we're going to give it a one-time fee. We are just going to publish it. And now I'm ready to start creating my offer. So this will be all right. Okay, start getting jacked is okay. Because it's for beginners, right? Okay. Okay. I will retry it. All right. Naming is important. And so this is gonna be my final offer, which I'm gonna try to sell for $149. And we're gonna make it a lifetime deal. And so now that I have, this is what I mean by a product skeleton. I am just marking the products. I don't have to actually create them and so on. So my Fitness for Beginners course does not have a price. So let's say that normally it's going to be $199. And this is we'll just make it a lifetime access. Cool. We set that up. We are going to list that for cross sale. We want it to be available if people buy something else, they want to see it. So I'm going to go directly into the website builder. I'm going to choose a theme. I'm going to choose a theme that works for me. In this case, this theme. This is where we're going to probably need some support. Since I don't have access to the team and I don't have access to the cards. So let's see if Simo can help us out here. All right, so while we are setting up for this, we can do a bunch of thinking. So I have my courses on the meal planning and starting fitness. We have a community. We have training plans. We have a bundle of all the offers. We have, let me take a look at the agenda and see if we are missing something. We can have a download. So this download is going to be the training plan. We'll do a training plan template, which can be our freebie that people can download and get started. So we'll be using this for lead generation. And also, we will be adding this as meal planning template calculator. Let's say people can download our caloric calculator meal planning tool, which is not going to be free this time. It's going to be $19. Cheap, but not free. We're going to make it into a one-time payment. And now this is beginning, starting to take shape in the branding. I can use the Skillplate branding, but you can like choose a more of a masculine, stronger font like this one, and save that. All right, so now with the design, we have simulated the purchase of a team. Simo in the background has enabled this for us. And now I can start using my website and creating my actual thing. So first of all, if you go to the old products pages, you will see all the products here. So that's not something that we want, since some of these will be not sellable products, or maybe we can leave all of them. That's a decision that we can make. But one thing that I would definitely recommend is, let's feature the specific product here. So we can say we can add a featured product like that, and then click the button. This is, by the way, a very important thing that I didn't show you, is when you have buttons, you can choose the function of the button very easily, and you can say, I want this button to send people to the checkout of my beginner's jackpack, which is the product that I actually want to sell, right? So that's going to be my bundle. And you will see in the old products, I first feature my most important product that I want to sell, and then add more things. So let's go back to the home page. How are we going to structure this business? How are we going to sell it? Give me 1 second. Look at the questions. And again, I repeat, you will be able to watch this video again, and we'll put subtitles everywhere we can. So now, here we will say this is my thing. Then maybe we can say some of the suggestions from the team are nice. Maybe I can rephrase them. And then here, our thing is we will need to rename it. This will be our main product that we want to sell. This is kind of featuring Round 9, the free challenge, but it's like, we will say here everything. So we will make this the beginner's jackpack, so people can get jacked. And I like to frequently publish and save. So this now will open the product page of what? My beginner's jackpack bundle. I will save and publish this. And then I can see here we will have a listing of my programs and the other products. This is a product section. So I can go in and select the product that I want, and select any of the products that I've created. And you will see, by the way, every section, this is also very important to know, every section, like this section, has its section settings over here. You will see it has a section style, so it can be light and dark and colored. And it can be colored light or dark or vivid. And this allows you to have visual separation. You will see how this is an image. So this is like a dark section. This is like a boxed section in. And this one is now colored, but it's like, this is very important. So maybe that's too much. So we'll cool it down a little bit. But if we really want to emphasize a given section, like a call to action section, you can kind of change the color of it using the styles. So every section has its own settings. Headings is for the headlines. So for example, you will see this section here doesn't have headings. It has blocks on the bottom, you will see, but it doesn't have headings. because it doesn't make sense to have headings, but you can add some headings, you know. And then you will get motivated, and you will see it has settings for things that you can do, like for example here in the size and alignment, it's an infinite scroll. It can pause and hover, like make it stop if you hover over it. It can have like in this case I removed the top space, so it because it made sense because it didn't have a headline, but if you add a headline, it will work like that. So then, apart from the section settings, some sections can have blocks or buttons on the bottom which control the content of the given section. For example, if you have 10 products, you will see the products here in the bottom. I will show you, just like this product this is a features section, and so it has 3 features. And here this is a product section, so if I click on it, I will see all the section settings, and you will see all the products here: foundation, start, and fuel to perform, and so on. So I can create that. I can join my community. Of course, I will set up the community to lead to the product page of my Jack Joe's community. Save and publish it. What is start the journey gonna do? This is our main call to action. Obviously, that's gonna lead to the product page of the beginner's Jack Pack, which is my ultimate offer. Save and publish it, and then I can start working on my product page. So which is the product page that I'm actually going to work on? I will obviously maybe have to go through and kind of set up all of them, but the one offer that I really want to sell is going to be the beginner's Jack Pack, right? So now I'm actually going to make a real offer. So I will go on and find like a good pitch video. I'll just take some cinematic fitness video. That will do the job. I will go in here and paste it into the video URL. Let's say this is going to be our pitch video. Let me just check. I'm also, by the way, somebody asked a fantastic question: how you make a blog. I will show you how to make a blog also on this website as well. Thank you for that question. So now we will say, okay, I will remove this bundle include section, and I'll add another section in between. I can use some of the sections. So I will tell you, okay, these are all the things that you are going to get. And then I'm going to add another one for the access to the community, but like and then this is another cool thing that you can use for the headlines. You can say here free access, and then you can also like use a custom color and choose one from the color scheme so you don't mess it up. And then you will see now I have this. Somebody asked how to make a blog. Again, thank you for that question. That's an awesome question. I will go to the header. I will add another link here, and I will say blog. Then that link will open a page, but because I haven't created this page yet, I will just go in and create a page and call it blog. I will customize it. And so what is this page going to be? I'll just remove this, and then it will be, I can choose maybe using the image galleries. I can do it like that, or I can do it like that. And each block in that gallery section is going to be a blog post. So you can do it like image and text. You can do it however you want. You can have a featured blog on the top. You can really do whatever you really want. So let's say that you want to feature a blog on the top, um, and maybe do it like this and have two featured blog posts on the top. You can click on this and then add a button. You're also going to add an image action, and it's going to lead to our blog page number 1. I'm just going to skip this for now, but this is how you would normally do it. And then you might want to add a button. It's like read more. And then of course here you would select. By the way, this will show you also the Unsplash is very cool. You can choose and search free images for your products to add to your blog posts and so on. And so now this is going to be our blog listing, and then I can also add an image gallery with all the other posts. So this is how you do that. I will add a more funky one, and then you will say more blog posts, center it, and then here for each one you're gonna add like make a banner for the blog posts. I'm just gonna like select a simple image, and then you're gonna take the image action and it's gonna link to a page, and that page is gonna be our whatever page that we created. So then I will show you a few things from my blog to show you like some of the important things about making blogs in general. First of all, evergreen. And I had a plan to talk about this in a second, and I will mention it when we finish the website builder. But usually evergreen content, 10 times better than anything else. Those are the 2 golden rules of blogging. And then a summary. What are you going to tell me? List of what you're going to tell me. And then what I like to do is image that represents the thing or slide, and then explaining the thing. This is actually one of my best blog posts. It's called the 10 Golden Rules of Sales, and it outlines what I do to close deals. And you will see, this is a call to action section, right? We didn't think about that too much. We also have some other things here. You will see. Awesome image, by the way. Works so hard, people think that aliens did it. And then you see another call to action and a subscribe to the blog. So when I'm creating my blog page, I will just create a new page. It will be a something that is very important in the fitness industry. I'm going to get rid of this section, and then I'm going to create my blog using the simple sections here. So I can start with like an image section and maybe kind of give it a nice image on the top. I don't know, or even start with the summary like that. You can select that section, and I'll show you a few cool things. So first of all, you can decide. You will see these things when you hover over the content. They allow you to choose where the content is and where the text is. So in my case, I want the text to be on top of the content, and I want it all to be centered. And so now I can have a blog with a starting image, and then I can go in and add a text section for my summary, and then I can go in and add another section which is going to be I don't know, maybe I can show some results here. So I'm gonna add like some people that I've trained. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some more text, and I will I will do like a simple text section like that. But you see this text section, I can use any of the contents that I want. I can maybe remove this thing. I can put it in the center. I can also click on it and you will see, well, you know, it's gonna also allow me to add an image. So I can just go inside this image and I can select another one. It's like, I can select a training image like that. And of course, again, I want text on top, content on the bottom, or maybe I want the opposite and I want like image on top. I can make it bigger and then get my idea, add some more text for my blog post. Save, publish it, and then, oh, of course, you know what? If you like what I'm doing, how about a call to action? You can then, you know, subscribe to my thing if you want. Um, and I will also make it maybe colored to make it stand out. It can even be light, and you will see now it really gouges your eyes and focuses on getting their attention. Um, and so I now have a call to action. And then, you know what? This button for start the journey is always here. So this can actually help me sell. And by the way, doing blogs like this is much better than doing them on WordPress because first of all, this is faster and you can have a much more dynamic content of your blogs, and this allows you to make it much better for creating evergreen. If you want to learn how to make blog posts, by the way, there is a fantastic course called Blogging for Business by SEMrush. No, not by SEMrush, by Ahrefs. All right, this guy. This is the guy. And this course is the absolute golden standard masterclass on how to blog for business by guys who have made millions blogging. Trust me, this is the guy that knows how to do it and do it properly. And if you want to use content and blogging to do it, this is, by the way, the same. The AI, the Skillplate AI, will generate blogs exactly using this guy's course and this guy's system. He taught me how to do it. I will be forever thankful for that. And the guy is awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. If you want to blog, Tim Swallow is your man. He's also like the marketing manager of Ahrefs, which is a very, very good and reputable SEO tool. So yeah. Is there a smooth way to link between articles? Obviously, you can do. What do we do here? You can say you will go here and then you will add an image gallery with your blogs that you want to link to. I would choose this one. Obviously, you would go and kind of, since we're going everything in the center, you can delete 3 of these blocks, and then you can say read more of my stuff. Click here, select this, link to a page, choose the page that you want to link to, and you are done. Just link to your other blog and that's it, and voila. All right, so this is pretty much about using the website builder. Let me check if I showed you everything. I showed you how to use styles and color schemes and so on. By the way, let me show you. If we wanted to make this a little bit different, let's say we wanted to give it that military feel, you could go and change the color scheme, and now you will see how everything will turn green. So we showed the styles, the color scheme, the branding setups. I showed you how Skillplate pages and blog pages and any pages, landing pages and funnel pages will be built in terms of sections. And so this is how you lay your things out. And for example, if you want to get people to read more of your stuff in the beginning, or get the call to action be, let's say, here in the middle or above the read more, you can definitely do that. And this is how that's going to look. First, get more email subscribers, and then it's like subscribe to our email, and then just read more. I also showed you. Did I show you? I didn't show you. Okay, so you can also use the announcement bar. The announcement bar can be everywhere on every page of your website. It can be a countdown, for example, for Black Friday or when your sale ends, or it can have different promotions with different texts and links. This is also very awesome, and you can style it with your own branding to kind of to fit the colors and really stand out. This is very cool for basically focusing people on the most important things, and like start here. Um, in this case, in our business case that we are simulating here, it's not needed because we have the start the journey button here. But how I would do this is like get 50% off of everything. Then I would say get community access. And all three would lead to this offer. So this is the announcement bar. We talked about layouts. We talked about the header and the footer. So sometimes can also be very cool to make the footer a little bit visually distinctive. So in this case, I messed up the color scheme, which I should not have done. But you can also choose the footer style to be a little bit different. Like that, and that's actually fine. So color scheme is actually good. So you can make it different, so it kind of grounds the whole page. You have sections, and you know how to work with blocks already. And I showed you how to save different sections, like the about sections. I showed you how to use the different styles to achieve visual variety in your pages. I showed you how to work with the button settings, how to build website pages, product pages, landing pages, offer pages, blog pages. One thing that you should know about pages, usually when something doesn't work, it is one thing. It is 99% of the time, you have this problem where the page that you created, for example, is a draft. So if you link to the caloric calculator product page, it's not it's a draft product. So if you try to link to it and open it, you will see it's not gonna let you, since I'm the admin here and I can preview it, but normally it's not gonna let you open it. So if you get a 404 error and something like that, usually either this is a draft or the product itself is not published. It's some kind of a status issue most of the time. So that's what you need to know. And also, if you have any trouble, you can contact us here in the live chat, and we'll always help you. But I think after this training, and you know what, Simo, by the way, has promised in the chat that he'll be doing a full training on the builder. So I'll just put it live there so that he keeps his promise, and he will be showing you a complete kind of technical training on the website builder itself. And I will stop this and move on to the offers. We will make a 10-minute break for cooling down, and then we'll start with how to create irresistible offers. What are all the things that you need to focus on to sell? Then what are the things that you use for value management, and like how do you make a deal valuable enough. We'll talk about bonuses, guarantees, urgency, scarcity. I'll show you some real world examples. We'll talk about sales pages, pricing strategies, creating pitch videos, marketing. How do you make an offer that people actually buy? Value stacking, and then I'll also show you some features of Skillplate, like using the discount codes, the managing orders, using webhooks to connect to other apps, and generally what to do for your marketing, like setting up your emails, your affiliates, your VSLs, pitch videos, creating content, some Facebook and Google ads, and we already mentioned the blogging part, so we'll be finishing a lot faster. Probably, I would say we'll have a break and then we'll have about 30, 40 minutes talking about marketing and launching and getting your first 100 sales and then scaling your business from there. And of course, in the future, we'll be creating a lot more. So now, 10 minutes of a pause, and I'll see you guys uh, in 10 minutes, since we are all in different time zones. And meanwhile, you can ask questions in the chat and we'll keep answering. All right, sorry. Okay, restarting. Got it, got it. I forgot to click the button. Sorry about that. So, really sorry about that. Um, I Now you should be able to hear me. Cool. Um, so we will restart the entire segment and I will cut it later on. So now we will talk about creating offers and really selling your stuff. So there's a bunch of timeless, evergreen, 100% certainly good principles that I want to teach you about creating these offers so that you can have a good structure about how you can create your own. All right. So the first thing we already talked about, and this is the um, the model of your offer. Is it going to be a lifetime, a subscription, or an upsell and tripwire type of offer? So there's basically three things that you can do. Um, One is sell something very small or free that people buy, that they get into the ecosystem, and that then they get um, more and more and more of that ecosystem. Then the other one is the subscription model where you pack all the value in the offer into an ongoing subscription and you keep providing value and adding value over time so that this it makes sense for people to pay a subscription for it. And then you get the other type that I showed you, which is more of my type, which is kind of the lifetime deals, which you are also familiar for example, from AppSumo and so on. I will show you. Like my lifetime deal is basically employing everything under one price, and the idea of all of these three is the same. You want to maximize the customer lifetime value because of the basic business formula. Let me show you. So your business or your profit is going to be your price, or in your case, when it comes to the case of digital products, it is going to be the customer lifetime value minus the cost, which is very minimal, times the sales, right? Because basically in digital products, it's the price times the sales, and that gives you your margin. And this will result in, I have a better example here. This will result in a lot more revenue. So what you're trying to optimize for is the revenue per customer that you get, which is in this case the price. And then when you multiply it by the sales, you're going to make some margin. And when you cut your business expenses out of that, you're going to make a profit. So all of these strategies focus on maximizing customer lifetime value. And this is what you should do. Right? Whether you're starting with a tripwire, like a small $27 product that you sell and then you try to upsell and upsell, or you start with a subscription, or you start directly with the lifetime deal. There's different ways. You will over time figure out which is best for you, but it is often very, very logical. The impactors are providing content over time, so they go with subscriptions. The my content is evergreen, so it makes sense to have lifetime, and it's very long. It's 250 hours. You're not going to see it in a year, and so on. So the lifetime deal makes perfect sense. And so this is how you choose. Now, the second thing that is very important when creating offers is basically the transformation statement. Some people call it, like, how is this going to change my life? I have my own version of it called What's in it for them. This is basically answering the question of, like, what do people get out of this offer? Is it going to, first we start with the Americans. Americans care about saving money and making money, right? always remember this is the American part of the equation is very important because people care about this everywhere, not just in America. Just the Americans care most about it. Um, and then you have like how much money are you going to save? How much money are you going to make with this thing? So, for example, if you teach me to become an electrician, I'll be able to make $100 an hour. So maybe it would be worth it to pay you $100 for that course. Uh, then every time that the time is involved, you have things like time savings, but also not wasting time, and so on. Also, what is your product going to change in terms of what are my opportunities? What can I do that I couldn't previously do? How is it going to put me in a better position? This is especially important if you're selling to companies, because like if you can do something that will put them in a better competitive position, they're much more likely to buy it. How are you going to help them avoid risk, take care of their people, gain a competitive advantage? And some things are um, very important because they're intangible. So tangible things are you're going to save $100, you're going to make $100 an hour. Those are calculatable, easy to estimate things. So they are pretty much clear. People might believe you or not, but this is the second part of the equation. And then the intangible things are have a very interesting property. They are always either underestimated or overestimated. Nobody like nails it. So when we are talking about peace of mind, I'll give you a peace of mind example. When Apple was selling the first iPhone that had FaceTime, and they were really focusing on the FaceTime feature, they said you can see your kids now. That is omega intangible. The people will vastly overestimate the value of this, and they will easily pay $1,000 for an iPhone because they're not paying $1,000 for an iPhone. They're paying $1,000 for the peace of mind that when they call their kid, they're going to be able to see that they're fine and safe and not in some trouble. To not go say it, in another way. And then it's the same for like making things simpler or easier and so on. So there is a different version of this that's called the Hormozy formula, which is very cool in terms of, I'll just show you how it looks. Invented by by a Harvard business professor and simplified by my competitor Alex Hormozy. And it's actually very true. Like people have a dream, their dream outcome. Like for example, they want to get jacked. Like we were talking about fitness all day. They wanna look good, but they want to be sure that it's going to happen. They want it to happen quickly, and they don't want to work for it. So you have two solutions. One is going to the gym, and then the dream outcome is the same, but then how likely are you going to stick with the gym for a year? It's going to take a year of going to the gym, and then you're going to have to really sweat for it. And then on the other hand, you have surgery, and surgery is 100% guaranteed. It happens in an hour, and you don't have to work for it. That's why surgery is more expensive. That's why the value of the service is more expensive, because it is a much more valuable offer. And so it's not just about adding more stuff. It's about sometimes removing, making it faster, making it more certain, making it easier for the customer, and so on. So for example, when we are talking about Skillplate, the dream outcome is for you to start selling, and the likelihood of achievement, if you can start in an hour, the likelihood increases. It gets faster. You have to work less because we're automating all of these things, especially with the AI that we are going to add now in the future. You will see like we're optimizing for the time delay, for the effort and sacrifice. We'll be creating content to teach you how to do it better and increase the likelihood of your success, right? So that's kind of a very simple and fundamental way to think about it that is extremely, extremely good. And it is very similar to thinking about these things, but applying them to the Hormozy formula is also very good. So next I want to talk to you about including bonuses and to multiply the perceived value and value stacking. So this is something that I'm doing here. You will notice that every single thing here is more than the price of the course. This is kind of the mind-breaking rule of value stacking. When you're selling an offer that includes the main thing, let's say the knives, if you remember the TV commercials for the knives, we're going to get a knife that's amazing, but then with it you're going to get these 27 knives that each cost more than $50, and you're going to get all of it for $30. That's a mind-breaking offer. And the reason is because every single thing in it is more valuable than this. Like, honestly, if you are a marketer, paying $400 to get $1,000 of software discounts is definitely worth it. Just getting my marketing resources library and getting all my templates and contracts and all that, and all the presentations and all the prepared materials for marketing so you can teach your own guys, definitely worth. All the courses, amazing value, right? Every single piece of the thing is more valuable than the price itself. Additionally, adding lifetime things like this is not just a element of the value in the course. It is a guarantee in a sense, because if you are not successful, you can always ask me, like, what should I do, and I will always help you. So this lifetime mentorship is not like paying $20 a month for mentorship. This is like, if shit hits the fan, I can ask Dimitar what to do, right? That's something that's definitely worth. People can definitely see how this is worth $600 a year, and how it is more than that. And we applied the same thing, by the way, to the AppSumo deal, to that we used during our launch. So all of these things are very relevant. So something else that is also very often employed is adding urgency and scarcity. Urgency is like an offer that expires, and scarcity is the one that I showed you with the discount codes, where you have limited uses on the discount code. So only the first 100 people are going to get it. So when you see an offer like that, the thing that people do most is like they go on the website and check if the code is still working, right? Immediately. And they're already at the checkout just by checking if it's still alive, you know? So next is, just one second. So I talked about adding guarantees and so on. I showed you some real world example from myself, from the impactors, from I also want to show you two good examples as well. One is from Ali Abdal, and the way how he's structuring his offers. He relies very much on his personality, and this is going to lead to the next thing that you're always going to have to do, which is the pitch video. So the pitch video is one of the steps in the process. There is no way around it. You have to make it. And your VSL or pitch video, as we call it, is a crucial part. So he relies a lot on this, and this guy is making over $10 million a month from selling digital products. So his stuff is good. And you can see he relies mainly on the pitch video and on trust factors and on showing results. His results, the results of his students, are his checkbook, and he says, I taught these guys and they have all surpassed 100,000 subscribers. So what is he selling you? He's selling you that transformation. He's selling you the result, the simple road to 100,000 subscribers. This is the transformation statement here This is the promise. The promise is I'm going to get you to 100,000 subscribers in this course. The next one is by Andrew Tate, which, like him or not, he's a genius marketer and he has invented some novel marketing approaches that are extremely good. I'll be talking a lot about them in the coming content. But what he does here is very simple. He is saying money making is a skill. Learning to make money is a skill. We can teach you that skill. It involves these things over here, and we have a lot of people who are already doing it. You will learn from experienced people, get the community, get the mentorship. This is a community product, by the way. Not so much a course. It's a community focused product that has a lot of courses in it. So this is more like the Impactors offer. And you will see they are teaching the money-making skills, combine them all into an offer, pack it up into a subscription, and then they have trust factors for the community. This is, by the way, old. They need to update their website. There's last time I checked, it was 260,000 people in the community. Their courses are terrible. I don't recommend the content of the Hustlers University, but the way they make the offer is excellent, right? The testimonials are a little bit fake screenshots because the Trustpilot doesn't actually exist, and you can check and click, and people do check and click, right? So when you are doing this, make it so that it opens the actual, like, if you're gonna add your Trustpilot, go and do it like this, where people can actually find it and click it and open it, and then make sure you have a high rating there, right? Reputation management, also a good part of the offer and very important. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you in terms of the examples and some things that are very important. Now moving on to pricing. Pricing depends again on the amount of the price doesn't matter so much because of this. I will show you. Actually, this is very important, that a lot of people are struggling with pricing for one very specific reason, and that is that this is not enough. So let's say I'll give an example with it for pricing. You figure out what type of pricing from the structure that we talked about: lifetime subscription or upsells and tripwires. That's kind of your basically go-to. And then the amount of the price, you should think about this story when you think about it. You have $1, a free dollar, and you go to Bill Gates and say, I'm going to give you, if you give me $1, I'm going to give you $2. That should be an amazing offer, right? He's not going to take it because he has opportunity costs and he has other better stuff to do. So that offer is not good enough for him. So he's going to ask, can I do it 10,000 billion times? And then you're not going to be able to make that offer. So even free stuff has a price. You're asking for people's time. You're asking for people's attention. You're asking for their contact details. You're asking for them to engage with it. And so that's why speeding up the results and increasing the value is very important. And also, like, if you say, yes, Bill Gates, if you give me $1 billion, I'm going to give you $2 billion, he's still not going to do it because he is not certain that you're going to give him the $2 billion, right? So you need to make damn sure, you need to like guarantee and like send him a bank guarantee that you're going to give him the $2 billion before he's going to give you $1 billion to buy it first, right? So you need to guarantee it. And then you need to reduce his involvement and say, if you make the deal like this, if you give me $1 billion, I'm going to give you $2 billion in a month. I will deal with your lawyers and provide 100% guarantee via a bank guarantee that the money is already there, and you will have it with a contract and a bank guarantee, and it's 100% certain you will get it in a month, and I will do it without your involvement and with your lawyers. Then he's going to agree. So you have to kind of optimize for all of these and put them in the like force them in the right direction to make the deal better and better and better until people start buying it. The price is just one part of that deal that regulates how good your offer is. And you have to find a balance between the right price and the right thing. Most people make the mistake of like pricing against other solutions, pricing against, you shouldn't price against the same course. You should make a different offer. You shouldn't like try to avoid competition. You shouldn't like price your course the same or lower than your competitors. You shouldn't do all these kinds of things. Things about your own thing, your own offer, and your own optimization. The offer is a malleable instrument that you can change and do whatever you want with it until people start buying it. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. Now, the next thing is the pitch video. So the pitch video is extremely important. But how do you make a pitch video? I would tell you my 100% proven process to do this. So I have a pitch video here. I can give it to you and share it in the chat as an example that is employing these principles. I will probably also post it in the description, and you can also find it on the Masters Academy website, right? This is the Masters Academy pitch video, basically. So you can, let me just check. No, this is the older one, so you can find it on this page, on the pitch page. So the idea behind the pitch video is you should think of it like this. Take the conversational approach. The way to do it is just find the target customer live and vivo and just talk to them and try to sell your product and see what are they going to tell you. Why are they not going to take your offer? Take that conversation that I gave you as an example with Bill Gates and try to push the different levers and see how you can sell this. So if you go and say, hey, I'm making a course about how to get stronger and healthier and look better, and you will get jacked and look better and be much healthier and be much more motivated and so on. Yeah, but how does it work? Well, you have to come to the gym with me every week for 2 hours, or every week for 3 days for 2 hours each. I don't have that time, man. That's why I don't go to the gym, right? You have to figure out something better. And now you know why you can't sell it. So until you have hundreds of conversations, and by the way, this is the very reason why I am meeting with all of you. This is why my calendar is literally on the website. Because if you don't know your customers, you don't know what they want, you don't know how to improve your offer, you don't know how to sell your own thing. This is the most important thing. The way to figure out how to hold the conversations, and I was showing you the website. This is like literally my calendar is over here. I shouldn't probably do this if a million people see this video, but you know. So how to do it? There is a book called The Mom Test. It comes from the idea of like you invented something and then you go to your mom and say, hey mom, look what I made. Would you buy it? And then mom is of course going to say, yeah, it's great. This is what your customers are going to tell you. And when you go to them, hey, would you buy this thing? And then, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Are you going to give me money now? No, not now. Right? So the mom test teaches you how to talk to customers so that you can make better offers, so that you can improve your products and sell. Just buy it. Trust me, buy the paperback or the Kindle or whatever. It's a 2-hour read. You can buy the PDF for, I think, $10. There's also a course in Udemy, which is $20, online course on Udemy, Mom Test book. This is one of the most important entrepreneurship tips and tricks and tactics that anyone could ever give you. It is literally revolutionary in terms of how to talk to customers and how to get them to give you the information that you need so that you can be able to sell your product. Nobody knows. Even the most professional marketer, you take me, you give me a new product, I go through this process every single time. There is no magical wizard that is going to come and do that. And if you see who are the best marketers in throughout history, you will always see that those are people who worked on the same thing for a very long time, and they understand their customers and their product and the offer that they're making because they talk to thousands of customers, right? So this is my thing on pitch videos. You will learn how to pitch the video from your conversations. And then once you have the conversations, you will see the patterns and you will know exactly what landing page to make, exactly what pitch video to make, exactly how to say your what to say in your products, and exactly what to say in your content, in your marketing campaigns, landing pages, ads, content posts, and so on. All right, so once you create that pitch video, then you start also, you try to improve the offer, but also you have control levers over your business and other things that you can see. By the way, all of these slides are from my free training. You have access to them. And then you start kind of using that content model again to start creating content and talking about the different parts of that conversation that you've had with your customers, right? And you take each one and make it into a chapter, and then create, let's say, a YouTube video. Out of that YouTube video, you pull posts and shorts and images and quotes and stories, post them on 100 social media, and all of this is promoting your content, and your content is promoting your courses and yourself and your brand and so on. And these conversations are also going to teach you and give you all the feedback that you need to improve your product and to improve your brand, because the value of the deal itself, and I have a, by the way, I have a customer development. This is the mom test slide. I've been teaching it for over 10 years on how to hold this type of conversation. It is really, really good. And the value of the deal itself is a combination of the value of the brand itself. Like, take Apple. Apple has a stellar reputation of making excellent products. So you know that if you buy an iPhone, it's definitely not going to be some badly made product. They have okay, there it is. So the value of your proposition is the value of the brand that you accumulate over time. Who you are, what's your reputation, what are your reviews, what do people associate you with? Like Apple, we associate with quality. Lego, we associate with creativity. What do people think and feel and smell when they think about your brand and when they see your brand? When you look at a Ferrari, you think about science and engineering and beauty. So those are the brand values, and then they combine together and directly add to the value of every single product and service that you create. That's why, online reputation management and talking to customers and getting reviews and all that, and just improving over time is very important. Right, cool. So I already talked about adding the trust factors, the value stacking, the calls to action, and all of that. I think that should be enough. We'll be making a lot more content about this for free on our YouTube channel for everyone to get forever. So that's what I have to say about creating offers. If you follow this advice and go out, read the mom test book, talk to 100 customers, play with the value proposition of the offer, and make a decent offer that people start taking, at least in your live conversation. By the way, there's a dog food company that recently reached $1 billion, where the guy was just trying to sell dog food in the park and then just swiping people's cars before the dog food even existed. So that's what I have to say about that. Optimize the value proposition until people start buying it, and you'll be fine. And then start talking about that and having the same conversation in ads, in content, in everything else. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the management and about the marketing side inside of Skillplate. So first of all, when you start selling, people are going to start getting some notifications. And you have here a notification sections that defines what you can do, like what happens when somebody subscription stops, what happens when their payments is successful. This is 80% of your email marketing is over here. So when somebody completes a course, you should probably tell them something. Just figure out what to say here and put it in the notifications. This is not the last level of email marketing, but it is the fundamental first level that most people lack. And if you want to go to the next step, if this is not enough for you, you can send mail blasts like I sent you for the invite for this live training. You can just go in here into the custom email, edit that, add a button and a link maybe, send a test to yourself to test it out. And then what you're going to do is, I'm going to go back to Masters Academy. Then you can go to the users and select the users that you want using the filters. So let's say I want to get everybody who has purchased my business strategy course and has access to it. So I will filter those. Now I'm going to get all of these people. I'm going to select all the 1,300 people who have access to this course, and I'm going to send them a custom email. And this is how you send blast emails in Skillplate. For now, we will be implementing a much more robust and better email marketing system. Now, if you want to automate and create kind of email flows for your customers, the way to do it is using the webhooks. So you will create the webhook. This is how you do it. And I will just use N8N as my handler. Here, you can use your automation software of choice. I just use N8N. You can use Zapier or make.com or whatever you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a webhook. This webhook is going to have an address. You're going to copy that. You will go here into the webhooks. You will create the webhook whenever something happens. Let's say payment succeeds. And so we're going to put this address here. Now when we added this webhook, we can send a test webhook to see if it succeeded. I didn't listen for it, so it did not succeed. So then now it should succeed. There it is. And now, whenever somebody pays, Skillplate is going to send you all the information about that payment. And you will see here in the body, you will see this is from California, from the United States, from San Francisco. You will see what they bought. They bought this premium course. You will see all the items that they bought. You will see if they have a subscription or not, any discounts used, all the information, who is the user, what is their email, what is their phone number, all the information that we have about them will be sent out over this webhook. And then you can say, okay, take this information, give it to an AI agent, let it figure out a good answer and a good welcome message. And then we're going to say, well, let's pull MailChimp. And you will get, first you need to create a member in the in your MailChimp account or whatever email software you're using to send emails. In the future, you'll be able to do this through Skillplate as well. So we're going to go to the webhook. We're going to pull out the information for the customer, find it. I know this is a bit annoying. We will send this. We will choose which list we want to add him to. And then that guy is created. And then we are going to do the same and say we will go to MailChimp, and then maybe we can register him to a flow, send him a campaign, or just send him a simple message and just handle it that way. And you can automate and do any kinds of automations like that. Actually, even though I have, for example, a professional email marketing course on Klaviyo, I do not use the Klaviyo interface most of the time when I'm creating flows. They look like that, and they are all in N8N because it's a better way to do things. And so I highly recommend, if you're gonna do any automations, check out N8N. It's free and it's super good. It's just crazy. So that's what I have to say about that. Um, I also mentioned in the very beginning the tracking. I would not do business without setting up this tracking. So set it up in the beginning, create the Google accounts, create the Facebook ads, create the campaigns that you're going to need in the future, and put this to collect information for the future. Just trust me on that. You'll thank me later. It's good to have that information, especially because in the future, the Skillplate AI agent will be able to analyze this information like a professional analyst, and it will be able to tell you what you can do to get more sales. Tell you in words. I've analyzed your campaigns, I've analyzed your ads, I've analyzed everything, and we will tell you. Somebody asked about the Claudia asked about the NA10 templates. Yes, we will be creating NA10 action templates with the API. This is why the API is our biggest priority right now. We will be creating nodes like this, for example, like Shopify has, where you can actually do stuff in Skillplate. So, for example, creating users, creating orders. So when you get your, this will be the same way that you will integrate payments very soon. When the API starts working and somebody pays you in PayPal, you will say, okay, you will take the, uh, you will go here, you will say PayPal, you will take PayPal, and then when you get a payout, somebody paid you, or when you get their trigger, um, they have a PayPal trigger over here. When a new PayPal event happens, let's say somebody is paying you something, then you're gonna create, instead of creating a member on MailChimp, you will just create that member in Skillplate, give them access to the product and whatever. That is how we imagine it would be easier for everyone to do it. So you can do it without code, and if you know how to code, you can do it with code as well. For some people, that's easier. So that's kind of how that is going to work. And we talked about the notifications already. We talked about newsletters. We talked about discount codes. We talked about, okay, one thing that I should show you also is a lot of people are asking me, how can we work with affiliates? So first of all, we will make you a nice interface for the affiliates, but right now this is it. Let's say you get, I don't know, somebody very cool. Let's say you get the Dalai Lama to promote your product. So you will create a code, call it Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama will get, let's say, 10% off to all of his followers. He has 1 billion followers that follow him religiously, so that should work. And then you can limit them to 1 time per user. So they can use this discount once or many times. I do not recommend you click this for influencers that you're giving codes to. And when their customers, this is what their customers are going to get, right? This is 10% off of whatever you're selling. If you sell a course for $100, they will get it for $90. And then this code will tell you the Dalai Lama has made $90 worth of sales. And then you will decide however you want to pay to the Dalai Lama as your influencer. And you will see here, if you see the discounts, you will see here, for example, this code has been used 3 times and it has generated that amount of money for that amount of time, and I need to pay this guy, I don't know, if we agree that I'll pay him 50% of the sales or 30%, you will just send him a check or a cash payment or a bank payment for that money. Usually people like to do it once per month to pay out whatever. We don't have a payout system within Skillplate, and we're not going to have one, since creating an international payout system is not inside the scope of Skillplate and we can't do it. But you can just pay them with back payments and it's all fine, trust me. And using codes is the best way to do affiliate marketing, because codes are 100% accurate. There is not even one purchase that can happen where the person used the code and you don't know about it and the influencer doesn't know about it. It is 100% certain, 100% fair, and we will make a nice interface. I actually have it. I won't show it now because like the webhook app that I was using is called N8N. It is the best automation software in the world. You can find it at n8n.com. I highly recommend you get into it. You will find a million thousand videos on YouTube how to work with it. And it has a bunch of templates that you can use for anything you want, or from automating social media content, using AI agents, any kind of crazy shit that you figure out that you want to do. Actually, I use it to create the Skillplate AI. I am always testing the um, the templates, for example, for and see, they ask me if I recommend it. Yes, I would definitely recommend it. For example, you will see when we want to help you create a blog or a script for your pitch video. This is actually my pitch video scripter workflow. I am testing the AI agents and the prompts and the iterations and the image generations all inside of N8N to create the Skillplate AI agents. And then what we do is we take that and then we put it into Skillplate. All right. So, and last but not least, I wanted to show you the thing about Google and Facebook ads is this. So I actually have a calculator for it. Wait, it is. All right. So this is my advertising campaign planner, and I have a few things to say about it. So advertising always works. The question is it efficient enough? So if you spend $1,000, so let's say and I'll just give a bunch of examples. So let's say you buy 1 million impressions of worth of Facebook ads, and your product costs $150, right? I hope you can see my screen. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So let's hope that your product costs $150. Selling it on Skillplate, basically, if you don't have a commission in a lifetime plan, it usually costs you about, let's say, $4 to sell it, because this is your credit card charges and conversion of money. Worst case scenario is going to cost you like okay, let's call it $5. The 3% fee for the Visa and MasterCard crooks. So let's say that you have no expenses, or here we can put your Skillplate expenses. Let's say you're paying $79 a month for Skillplate. And so how much money can you afford to spend to get a sale? Well, that is obviously this minus that, and leaving yourself some margin. So you can easily spend $140 to get a sale. And let's say you want to get one sale. One sale is gonna lose you money because you need to pay off your expenses. So you need to get maybe 3 sales, 5, 10. 10 is still not enough. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Okay, so you're gonna need to get a little bit better than that. So let's say at 120. Okay, 120 at 15 sales, you are now going to make a $300 profit, right? So as long as your ads are not losing money, they are gaining you a lot of eyeballs and brand reputation and so on. So this is very cool. Somebody asked if I have courses on NA10. I do not yet, but I will be making some tutorials on how to use NA10 to just, it will be just on how to use AI using NA10. Um, so yeah, advertising always works. You need to kind of get it to break even. And I'll tell you a very interesting strategy when it comes to courses to finish up with something very cool. We call it the Ghostbusters strategy. So the idea is this: you are selling a course. Usually, this works for people who are using the course to get more valuable customers for their services. So, let's say you're a business consultant or a lawyer. We invented this with my lawyer. And so, he can create a course that teaches you everything that you need to know to start a company and set up your legal framework. If you have to go to a lawyer to explain how to set up the company, how to write the contracts, how to write the contracts for the customers, for how to contract your people, how to write the GDPR and everything, that's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars, or at least $500. So he can sell you that in a course for $50. And I'll simulate this here, right? So his course is $50. His CPA is going to be 2. His conversion value is 2. His target CPA is 50, right? So he's selling a course that costs $50 for $50 worth of advertising. But what is he gaining for that? He's gaining a million impressions for that. For this, you can safely get, let's say, realistically, you can say you can get 20,000. Okay, 20,000 people are going to see your ad, and if you have a quite of a decent ad with, let's say, 2% CTR, you can expect to have some good. Wait a second, I messed this up somewhere. Oh, okay, I have too many conversions. So I want to make one sale for this, right? So I have one sale. I'm spending $50. I'm getting $50 back, right? It looks like um, I am losing money. I don't have expenses for this. So I just lost $4 to the credit card processors, basically, or $2. Why is it 4? No, it's 2. It's 2. I'm minus $2. So if I sell this for 48 to break even, I will be at zero profit, but I will get 20,000 impressions. 20,000 people will see my ads, will see my name. One will buy and watch my course. And then when they watch the course will be designed just to show them, to open their eyes to the problem. And when they learn how to set up their company, how to set up their contracts and whatever you do within your industry that they need to know about, but they don't because they're not their customers, right? They don't know what you know, they're not experts. So now they know what needs to be done, but doing it is still hard and they still can't do it properly. So who are you going to call? The guy just taught you how to do it properly. And that's why we call it the Ghostbuster strategy. And this is how you can use advertising and digital products to acquire high value customers and use it as a lead generation strategy. A lot of people do that, and it's something very cool that you can do. I think this is enough for our first live training. We got it to almost 4 hours, and now we are going to open the floor to questions. Simo, if you can tell me one of the more of the interesting questions that people asked and kind of direct me, or if you had any questions that were unanswered by Simo in the chat, please ask them now. I will bring up the chat so we can look at it. Um, It seems like Simo answered all the questions, man. Um, so there's a good question on the emails from Stefan. Right now, the emails that you send through Skillplate are coming from sender.skillplate.com. So they come from Skillplate. We are hoping to change this extremely quickly since we don't want to do that for everyone, since we are already sending a large volume of emails. So right now they are being sent through us, but we will be routing them in the future. So that's not going to stay this for long. So last two questions. Can you tell us about the AI learning or tutor you will be introducing and when? I will be making a separate video on the roadmap where I will show you how the AI looks and works and what it will be able to do. But to tell you kind of in short, the AI agent will be trained to know everything about Skillplate, everything about selling digital products. It is trained on the academy that I showed you here in Masters Academy. It's trained on our knowledge about marketing, and it knows everything about Skillplate by default. Then it will have access to all of your account data, to your thing. So every Skillplate account will have its own agent. The agent knows you personally and doesn't work with anyone else. This is your agent, and it knows your customers, your products, all of this information. When it enters your account, it gets vectorized and fed to the agent, so it knows it out of the box. And so it just kind of keeps it in mind. It knows it. And then it will be able to help you get onboarded very quickly. It will help you create products in a type of a collaborational way where you can just tell it, hey, I want to make a new course for blacksmithing. Then it will ask you some questions like the pricing and all of that, that is based on the fundamental principles of how we solve this, how we answer these questions. If you don't have the answer, it will help you get to the answer using proven techniques. Then once you do, and once you collect the information necessary to create that product, it will outline and create the product for you, and you will be able to collaborate on the product with it, not just like it is now. Now it's a single thing, and then you'll be able to talk to the agent. The agent will be able to edit your products, create products, add all of these things. And then when you create the product, you will move on to the next stage, which will be the marketing stage, where it will help you create content, ads, social media posts, blog posts, and all of that with our knowledge of marketing and a lot more from the AI itself. And you can also provide it information about your business so it knows you intimately. You can provide it with like your policies and things like that. And the final stage is when you actually start advertising. For each advertising effort that you do, we will recommend that you add tracking links so that the AI can get that tracking information from Google Analytics and also from the Skillplate Analytics, analyze it, see what can be done with it, and be able to provide you with analytics that's actually actionable. So when you ask it, what should I do next? It will analyze your account, your customers, your campaigns, your business, and your products, and see what's selling, what's getting visits, what are the conversion rates, what ads are working, what messages are working, and so on. Could you all that into the AI magic, and then it will tell you what you can do. The way it will work, like logically, will follow the exact methods that are described in my free training in Masters Academy that you get when you create a free account on masters-academy.com. This is this free training. It will follow the exact steps to figure out what to do if you want to learn how it's going to work. It's going to work based on hard science, mathematics, and solid business decision making to recommend you what to do, just as I would do it. Uh, and then you can check it out if you want, but it will be like making like a make sense check when it creates the ads, and it will have like it will be using these instructions for creating ads, and this will be taking different data to analyze all of the things and so on. This is a little bit in the future since we already don't have the data, but this is also the steps in which we will be implementing the AI. First will be the onboarding, product creation, product editing, then marketing, creating marketing materials, blog posts, social media ads, and so on. And then analytics and business strategy will come last when we have all the data for the AI agent to actually give you something actionable. So I hope I answered your question, and I'll move on to the next one. Um, on what we are planning to do next, we will be making a separate video about the entire roadmap for 2026 next week. I will start working on it tomorrow, so don't worry about that. You will find it. I will link it here as the next video to this video. Um, and let me see. For any 10 channels, somebody asked what any 10 channels I'm following. Nate Herc is one of your guys. He is pretty much the guy. And don't listen to him. He has a community on School. If you want, you can join his community and recommend him to move his community to Skillplate. I would be very thankful if you do that. But other than that, he's the guy for that. And there's once you follow him, you will start seeing all the others automatically from the algorithm. The algorithm is very good, so we can rely on that. Um, Regarding implementing more payment methods, when we release the API, so that you can do your integrations yourself with the different payment providers, you'll be able to integrate any payment provider very easily using apps like N10 and Zapier. And we will be doing our native integration in terms of priority. Unfortunately, PayU is not a priority. The priority will be India with Razorpay, Latin America with Mercado Pago, some African providers as well. And those will be the native integrations that we'll probably do first. We will be going for coverage so that each country in the world has a payment provider that is working for them. This is our vision for now, but we can't know the future. And yeah, I think that's it. We nearly made it to 4 hours. I want to thank you for your attention. Thank you for staying with us for so long. I hope we provided some value. I hope this helps you create your business faster and better and helps you make more money. And it should be great from here. Please follow us on YouTube. We'll be making a lot more content on all things entrepreneurship and digital marketing and selling digital products. And recommend your Skillplate to your friends so they can also benefit from this. And if we need your help, we'll be asking for it. We'll probably need it. As you know, Skillplate is a new company, but we are already supporting around 2,000 businesses. And so we hope to become the market leader in the next few years. And for that, we'll definitely need your help. And we will hope to make it so good that you can't stop talking about it. And so we don't have to ask you to subscribe and do it, everything. You will just do it yourself because you're very happy with Skillplate. Um, and so thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be about the roadmap. Bye bye.